Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
So from the intro that you just listened to, I guess, and the title of the video, you can guess what this video is going to be about. The reason I want to do this video is for a few reasons. Like I said in the first video I made, I would touch back on the reason I got into making the YouTube videos, and that all has to do with my relationship, the breakup, and the depression. The one reason I am not doing this is to get sympathy from anybody. In no way am I trying to do that. A few reasons I am doing it though. I feel like when people watch YouTube videos, they don't want it to always just be about the game and the gameplay. They want to know about the person doing the videos, I guess, and just because, you know, when you watch a video and the commentator gives you stuff about their life, you can, you know, connect more with them, and it's a way to, I guess, just connect with the person doing the videos. You have more of a reason to watch their videos because, you know, you can relate to them and stuff that's happened in their life. And that's why I like when commentators do, you know, videos about their life and about stuff that's happened to them in life. It's just a nice change of pace. And that's, you know, what I want to do. That's what this video is going to be, and I hope to do other videos like it. And, you know, I hope it's also a way to maybe get a new fan base. You know, if people watch the video and realize, hey, you know, I can see where this guy is coming from. I've had, you know, experiences like this in my life too. You know, I'm going to come back and see what else he has to say about other things. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, let's get into, I guess, what the video is about. Like I said, it's about, you know, the relationship. And a lot of people, when they hear, you know, somebody is, you know, depressed, whatever, and they hear it's about like a relationship, it's like, oh, you know, what the fuck? You know, just get over it. Relationships, they're not a big deal. They come, they go. It shouldn't be something that, you know, gets you so down. I mean, it's not a big deal. And I wish that's how I was. I wish I saw it that way. But when it comes to breakups, I don't take them well. I mean, I don't know. This is only my second breakup. But both of them just, I didn't do well with them. And this one is probably worse than my last. And I wish it wasn't so bad. I wish it wouldn't have, you know, done the things it did to me, but it did. And, you know, I'm going to get into why everything happened. And the other two people, I'm just going to call them, you know, my ex and my friend, because I don't want to give names. I don't want to, you know, put anyone down, I guess. So, you know, I don't want to name anybody. But I guess it all happened, it was about, I guess now it's close to 5 months ago that I met my ex. And she was actually first set up with my friend probably about a month and a half before we met, I want to say. And they didn't date though. So, you know, they were set up and everything, but she just saw him as a friend. So that's what they were. They were friends. And then when I met her, you know, I really liked her. I just thought she was an amazing person. But, you know, I knew I couldn't do anything about it. You know, she was set up with one of my best friends, and I'm not going to get involved in that. So, you know, after I had met her, you know, as a group of friends, we all hung out one night, and that's how I got to know her. And after that, I'm just kind of like, well, that's it. I'm probably not going to see her again. So I just kind of let it go. It's whatever. But then a few days later, I was on this a dating site, and it was one I hadn't really gone on that much, but I decided to go on this one day. And I'm looking through it, and I see that she was on it. So I jokingly, sent her a message, and we got to talking that day. We had a lot of stuff in common. I mean, a lot of movies, video games, just a lot of different stuff. And it was really, really nice. I mean, I don't think I've ever met somebody that I had so much in common with. So this was, really nice for me. And so, we talked that day for quite some time and really got to know each other. And so we talked for a few weeks. And my friend, he didn't know about it. He didn't know that we knew each other, that we were talking. We didn't want to tell him, have him be upset, whatever. Maybe we should have, but we didn't. We just kind of kept it between us. And a few weeks, I want to say about 3 weeks after we met each other, we decided that, yeah, we're going to date. And I was, straight up with my friend. I said to him, I'm like, hey, we're talking and everything. We've been talking. We're dating now. I don't want to keep anything from you. You're one of my best friends. I didn't do this to hurt you. I know you guys have been talking for quite some time, but, I really like her. She really likes me. And, he was upset, and rightfully so. But we got past it. We stayed friends. All of us did. Because I'm like, I don't want you to have to stop hanging out with her. I know you guys are friends and everything. So they stayed friends, and I was fine with it. That first month, it was good. Me and her, we hung out a lot. Another thing is, me and her, we didn't drive. We don't have our license. We live about 30 minutes apart. But I made ways to see her. I found ways to get to her, on the weekends so we could hang out and everything. And everything worked. She had said, the distance, that's not a problem. We can make this work, and we did. Everything was good. But, that second month is when things just began to change, I guess. They had been hanging out a lot, her and my friend. And I mean, like I had said, I was fine with it. They're friends, they can hang out, but, he had the ability to see her whenever he wanted to. Like, he could drive over and see her as much as he wanted to, and he did. But again, I was like, I'm fine with this, they're friends. I didn't see much of an issue, but then I kind of did. There was one night we had all hung out, and just the way those two acted with each other, it was like they were flirting, I guess. And I didn't like it. I didn't like what was going on. But I didn't say anything. I just, I'm like, whatever, nothing's happening. She would always say, don't worry about it, nothing's happening. And I believed her. But then it just became, they would hang out a lot. Like, he would go over every night, and he would stay the night. He would sleep on the couch, whatever. And I'm like, I don't like this. He's getting to see you a lot, and I don't know what's going on. I mean, I didn't think she was doing anything. I know she wouldn't. But it's that when they would hang out and we would text and everything, she just did not seem as interested as she used to be. It used to be we could, talk for a long time every night. about whatever. But then when they started hanging out a lot, it changed. It wasn't the same. And it's like I always knew when he was with her, because she wasn't as interested in talking to me as she used to be. And, you know, at one point, I had spent the weekend with her, and I had said, you know, how upset I was about all this, how it was all upsetting me. And I mean, I got really upset. I am an emotional person, and, you know, I actually broke down. You know, telling her, you know, this is all I think about. Like, I'm so upset about all of this. Like, I don't mean to be. I don't want to be this jealous boyfriend, but it's just always on my mind that he's always with you and I'm not. But, you know, she kept saying, you know, it's fine, don't worry about anything. And I even said, you know, I would like if you guys spent less time together. Not, you know, you don't have to completely stop seeing each other, but it doesn't have to be every night like it is. And she didn't really seem too, you know, up for that as an option. And that kind of made me worry. And then I had a sit down with him. We went out to lunch, and I, you know, let him know everything that I was feeling. You know, how I'm so upset that he's always with her, that I would just like it if they spent a little bit less time together. And he wanted nothing to do with it. He's like, you know, no, that's basically not going to happen. He's like, you know, let me talk to her, let me see what she says about it. I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to, you know, say you guys have to stop hanging out, but I would just like a little bit less time. You know, I didn't think I was asking much. I just wanted a little bit of respect in the relationship, because I feel like I wasn't getting that. And I still didn't. That nothing changed. So I'm just like, you know what, I have to deal with it. It's gonna be whatever. And then at one point, I want to say like towards the end of that second month, this is gonna be July, I had spent a week at her place. And I'm like, you know, this week I want it just to be me and you. I don't want him to come over. I don't want, you know, us to hang out with him. I want it just to be me and you. And she had seemed like, she's like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be fine, but that didn't happen. I want to say it was Sunday through probably Thursday or Friday. He was there every day, and he stayed the night a few times. And a few nights, they stayed up and they would talk to each other. Like, I would go up to bed because, you know, I was tired, and they would stay up and be talking to each other for who knows how long. And that really upset me. Like, I had so many plans for that week, stuff that me and her could do, and we really didn't get to do any of it because he was always with us. And, you know, at this point, I'm just thinking, you know, this isn't good. This isn't what I wanted. Like, that was supposed to be a good week for us to really get that relationship going, because we hadn't really had that much time together yet. At least not that much time at once. And I didn't get that. So, you know, that week that I left, I didn't feel right. I'm like, something's gonna change. And before I left, like, I talked to her, like, I broke down, I cried. I mean, yeah, that sounds like, you know, just like a wuss, like I'm a wuss, you know, whatever. But like I said, I'm very emotional when it comes to this type of stuff. And, you know, I had really thought that, you know, she was the one. That's what I felt. Like, the way we met, the way everything happened, I'm like, you know, this was fate. This was supposed to be like this. And she had felt the same way. You know, she had said that to me. I mean, we both felt the same way at one point. At least I thought we did. She had said that to me. You know, I had said, you know, I love you, because I did. Like, I had that strong of feelings for her, and she had said it too, you know. It made me think, you know, alright, we're on the same page, we have the same feelings. But, you know, after that week, I had my doubts. And So, I go back home that week. And I just know things are different. I would call her every night, upset, letting her know, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. She's like, don't worry about it. Everything's going to work out for the best. And I believed her. I'm like, okay, I believe you. You're going to do something. You're going to tell him that, things need to change. So I'm like, all right, this is good. This is good. And then finally she was like, I think we need to take a break. Because I think I have feelings for him. And I'm like, okay. She's like, I just need time away because I need to get over my feelings for him. And my thought was, that's kind of a stupid reason to take a break. Why would we take a break from dating so that you can, continue to hang out with him but not be obligated to me, I guess? Not obligated, but, have that title of being, in a relationship with me. Because, you're going to keep talking to him and everything, so how are you going to get over somebody that you like if you keep hanging out with him? So my thought was, just take some time away from him and give us time to, just time for us. Without having him, in the picture at all. And she wanted nothing to do with that. She got really mad at me for saying that. Because, I wasn't saying stop talking to him completely. It was just take a little bit of time away so we can have time for us. And she wanted nothing to do with that. So, and later on she changed it to, I need time for me. Because I can't focus on dating right now. I want to do all this stuff, and I don't want to have to focus on having a boyfriend. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense too, I guess. That's fine. And finally, we did take a break, I guess. I was very upset with it, but I saw it as a break. That's all I saw it as. She would consistently say, I am not going to leave you for another guy. She always said that because her last relationship, her boyfriend left her for somebody else. So she would always tell me, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to leave you for him. And I believed her. I'm like, okay, this is just a break. She's like, we're just putting this on pause. We're going to get back to it. I just need time for myself. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can respect that. But I still kind of fought for getting back together without taking a break. Because I didn't feel right. I didn't think we would get back to that because of the way things had been. And finally, I got so upset, like I said, I've had past relationships and one past relationship, and that one, that took me about 2 years to get over, but that was a different story. There was a lot to that one. But this one, it hit me in a way that one didn't. Because like I said, I connected with her so much, everything that we had in common. I'm like, oh my God, she is the one. I finally found the one. Like, I was so confident she was. I'm like, I'm not going to have to date again. I'm not going to have to look again. This is it. And she even said to me that she felt the same way. But then it's like, no, she didn't. Maybe she was just saying it because she wanted to make me happy. She didn't want to hurt my feelings. And, in the end, it ended up being worse than if she would have just been honest with me. So, and this relationship, I did things I regret. I'm going to have a scar on my arm because of something I did. And I regret doing it. It was a dumb thing to do, but I was so upset. I didn't know what else to do. I was just really upset over what had happened. And so, we're on a break now. And I'm talking to her every night, on the phone. I'm crying almost every night to her because I'm so upset about what I think is going to happen. She kept saying, nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. And then finally, this was on a Friday night, I talked to her. I'm like, I have something we could do. I said, I could move to you. We could live together because it would work then. We wouldn't have this distance. We would have more time together. And, I gave this long explanation on why I thought it could, on how it could work. And, I'm like, just take time to think about this. And the next day I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you until like 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to let you think about it the entire day. And that was my plan. But that day, I had felt kind of happy about it, about what I had said the night before and what she had said about it. She had made me think, yeah, this could possibly work, just let me think about it. I'm like, alright, I'm going to let you think about it. I'm confident in what's going to happen. So the next day, I'm on Facebook, and I see my friend had changed his relationship status to dating her, and she had said nothing about that the night before. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why didn't she say anything about this? And I'm like, that day, I'm like, I need to talk to you now, I need to talk to you now. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And, she wouldn't say, what was happening. I'm like, I need to talk to you. So that night I found a ride, and I went to her that night. And she was like, you can talk to me and everything. And she had said that she was going on a date with him that night. One last time I, decided to state my case. Everything I've said, 1,000 times, it seemed like, how I felt about everything. And at this time, I am just bawling my eyes out. I am so upset talking to her about all this. And she made it seem like, oh, you don't need to be that upset about all this, whatever. And I was upset. I'm like, I don't want you to leave me for him. And she even said, she's like, I'm not going to leave you for him. And there was so much I wanted to say. And I talked to her for I want to say 45 minutes at least, just bawling my eyes out, stating my case, let's get back together, we can do this, we can make this work. And she's like, we have to, I have to get ready, I have to, do whatever, we have to stop talking for right now. And I was like, I don't want to, I want to keep talking to you, there's a lot more I want to say. But I'm like, okay, fine. So I let her do what she had to do. And I was finally, she had walked out of the room, she went up to her bedroom, and finally my friends, they're like, we have to leave, you can't stay here. I was crying. My friend, he had shown up, the one who was dating her now. They're like, we have to go, let's go. And I send her a text, I'm like, please, can we please talk? And all she would say was, just go, don't worry about this, just go have a good night with your friends, everything's gonna be okay. I'm like, please don't leave me for him. And she's like, I'm not gonna leave you for him. And that was one of the last things she said. So that night, me and friends, we hung out, and everything was alright. I had calmed down, I was feeling alright. But that night I get home, I didn't want to check Facebook, but I did. I look at her profile, and she had changed it to dating him. And I lost it. I broke down. I cried probably 2 hours. I was a mess. I didn't know what to do. I just couldn't take it. It's like what I knew was going to happen finally happened. And I couldn't handle it. And from that, that's what started my fall, my decline into depression, I guess, if you want to say. That was on a Sunday, and the next Monday I'm like, I need to see a doctor. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this again. I went through shit like this already. I don't want to do it again. I need something. So, I was put on antidepressants. I'm seeing a psychologist for all of this. And I know a lot of people, they're going to say, what the fuck? It was only 2 months that you dated this person. And, I know it. I wish I didn't get so broken up, but I put everything into that. I thought this was it. I got so attached. And maybe I went too fast. I don't know. And then she gave me the reasoning behind why we should break up. And it wasn't because, I want to date your friend. No, it wasn't that. It was because I'm too emotional, I guess. And she's like, I don't want that right now. I don't want that serious of a relationship. Even though she had said many times that, she felt the same way I did. And I would always ask, is everything okay? Is everything okay with us? And she would always say, yes, don't worry about it. If she would have been upfront and honest with me right away, maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. I would have gotten out sooner than I did. It wouldn't have happened the way it did. But that's not what happened. I guess you could say she led me on. And to this day, I'm not mad at her. I'm more mad at my friend, I guess. I should be mad at both of them, but I'm not. I still have this doubt, or not doubt, this hope in my mind that I will get back together with her, that something's going to happen. It's like I'm going to get a second chance at it, and that's what I want. The last thing I had said to her, I sent her a very long Facebook message saying everything again that I had said many times, that, I want to get back together. We can make it work, It can be the relationship that you want. And I sent her that message on Facebook. I spent like a good hour probably typing it out and everything. And the second I sent it, I put it in my archive. So I've never gone back to look at it. I have no idea what she said to the message. She never, texted me about it saying, hey, why haven't you responded to what I said? So I don't know what she said. I don't know if it was good, if it was bad, if she said anything to the message. But I can't go back and look at it. Like, I know if I do, whatever it says, I feel like it's gonna just upset me so much. And I'm afraid to look at it because I don't want to know. I want to know what it says, but I don't want to know what it says. So I still have that message sitting on Facebook waiting to be looked at. And maybe, it's that hope that I have yet to keep this hope alive. It's like if I look at it, that could be it. It could be over, whatever it says. It could be like, no, there is no chance. And that's kind of what I'm worried about. And I don't want that. So that's why I haven't looked at it yet. Because it could be, once I do, that's it. It's over. Everything is done. I don't look at it. There is still this slight chance that something could happen. And part of me knows that if I do, that's what I need to just close all of this off. Like, I would get extremely upset, but that would be it. That would be the last of it. I know where everything is. And it's like, I just have to move past it. Right now, it's like I have this tiny roadblock ahead of me. And it's that message, not knowing what it is, good, bad, otherwise, I don't know. And at some point, I have to look at it to possibly put an end to all of this. Because I just want to get over this. I don't want to keep getting upset. It's like the stupidest things get me upset because I think about stuff that me and her did, stuff we had in common. And I don't want that to happen anymore. I just want to get past it. I want to move on. I want to be happy again. But for right now, that's not the case. And, I guess that's my story. All that led up to me doing YouTube, the YouTube videos. So that gives you guys a little bit more about me, about my current situation, I guess, in life, where I'm at. And, you know, I've wanted to do more videos, but lately I've just been, this has kind of been getting to me, just getting me upset. Last week I had thought, you know, like I was over it. Like I'm like, alright, I'm getting better, you know, it's not bugging me as much, but I guess that was just the eye of the storm, I guess you could say. It's like it was a calm, and now it's like, it's back. I'm upset again, maybe not as much, but it's like, it's there again, and I know it. But, you know, I'm doing my best to get over it. I'm gonna keep pushing on, because I just want to get past it. Move on with my life, do new things in my life. Just move on and get past this. I think that's pretty much everything. I hope you guys stuck around long enough, and if you didn't, I totally understand. This is a pretty long video. But if you did, I thank you for doing that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.